everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, YouTube preppers. Prepping outside the box. I'm Josh, and today we're going to go a little bit more into the mentality side, right? So, topic of today is called Have a Code. It's not a long video, but I think this aspect is important. You decide, put it in the comments. I'd love to hear feedback, like, share, all that jazz. But comments, for sure. I love hearing people's viewpoints and their ideas, right? So, without further ado, having a code, right? And this kind of concept, I guess you would say, dates back way, I don't even know how far back, but way back in the past and across the world with different warrior cultures, right? They all had something in common, and that was having or held values or a code, right? And they would do this strictly in all their practices, whether it be away from home or at home, whatever it was. So examples like Vikings and Spartans, like everyone usually points to, all the way to your modern day warriors, right? Modern day military that are going out there that learn and embody or should embody some kind of a value system, a code that helps your conduct, right? That helps you go along and act in a certain way to represent people, right? So these codes or values, they differ in many things, right? I'll just say codes. These codes differ in a lot of different things. All the way from your conduct in combat to like honor and things like that, all the way to just how you're treating strangers with dignity or respect or whatever it is. So there's a huge variety of things that people put together depending on the culture and depending on the area of the world that they've chosen for their codes and their value systems among their warriors and their people, right? So why do I bring this up? Why do I think this is a prepping subject for mentality and all that stuff? And a lot of it is we spend all this time as preppers and survivalists or what have you, and we're doing all this time, we're connecting and we're finding new people and we're building teams and groups and mags and all this stuff. And we do this so we can look out for each other, for safety and security and in every aspect, right? So you got your pew-pews and your food and water and land and all these things, and you have enough people to stand watch and all this kind of stuff. You guys are working as a team, but then that's about it, right? So we're talking about it a little bit further. I think a lot of people overlook having some kind of a code, some kind of a set of values among your team to help guide you even into future generations, right? So I think, or I like thinking way down the line in like SHTF situations, like I've mentioned in almost every video. I love the thought process of how to conduct and do things way in the future if something went terribly bad, right? But it's going to be just as important nowadays in your current team, mag group, or whatever you decide to build. And we'll talk about it. So now, if you had some kind of a set value system, some kind of a code among your group, the younger generation, the guys and girls, their kids that are part of that group, because they are, it'll instill a little bit of a pride inside what they're doing, right? You guys are going by some kind of a system, some kind of a code of conduct, whatever you want to say, and it should help instill some kind of a pride inside the kids. Maybe not, right? But it's also going to keep the older generation in line as well, because you saying, in this group, we follow this. This is our values. This is our, our code of conduct, whatever it is. This is the way we run things, is going to keep them from acting in a certain way that's going to misrepresent your group, right? So everybody, and people will say this, you're all ambassadors for each other, right? For your group. And you want to be able to act accordingly to what all of you agree, right? Your values. Way down the line, now obviously, a solid code set of values can keep a group's sense of civility, can keep their humanity. So you guys have something you're following, you have something that's guiding your morality and all that kind of stuff, and your attitudes, beliefs, your whatever it is, whatever your set is. But it's guiding all these things further down, so you don't lose your civility, you don't lose humanity in a world among chaos, right? In an SHTF situation, I would assume there's going to be a lot of groups that are just dudes in a room with guns, right? There's no real purpose, they're just surviving together, or whatever it is. If it's that bad, out there, at least among you people, your group, you have some sense of humanity. You're following some kind of code or value system that keeps you human, right? You're not just animals with pew-pews. Anyways, I will end with this. There's a reason that having a code of conduct, having a value system has been around among warrior cultures for so long. And I want you to reflect on that and just think about among your own team, among your own group. I mean, heck, you could say among your friends and family, whatever it is, however you guys have yourself set up. Think about what you guys value as a whole. Or are you literally just piecing each other together because this person knows how to guard and this person knows how to shoot and this person knows how to build? Cool, we're a team. But what do you guys represent as a whole, right? Or are you guys just surviving together and there's no real bond, right? So look back at it, use it, don't use it. I think having some kind of a value system, code of conduct is important among a team, but to each their own. Until tomorrow, it's Prepping Outside the Box. I'm Josh, and I'll see you then.